y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Muriel, this nurse Muriel. To my new subbies, hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to the channel, and to my oldies but goodies, welcome back. Oh y'all, I'm back. Yeah, we don't have too much to talk about as usual. Not too much has gone on for me in the last, I'm not gonna say not too much, just y'all know work. It's always work. But yeah, I started to I need to stop telling y'all when I start to record stuff because I never do it. But last weekend, me and a homegirl, Tuesday, I think her birthday was Tuesday. So last weekend, we went a couple places here in my new city. We went and had a massage. Had an hour-long massage, y'all. When I tell you that massage felt so good. That was actually my third massage in my entire life. And it was a real good, y'all. It was a good massage. I think I'm going to start scheduling to get a massage at least twice a month. They may not be an hour massage each time. They might be 30 minutes or so. But yeah, she did a real good job. That was somebody new I went to. I've never been to a masseuse here in this area. But yeah, really, it was so relaxing, y'all. I fell asleep on the table, which I don't mind falling asleep during my massage. But my phone, I had my little earpiece in because I was listening to a book while she was doing the massage. And my kid, one of my kids just kept calling. So I ended up answering, and that woke me up one time. And then another time, by the time I fell asleep, the massage was over. But it felt so good, y'all. I think that's something I'm going to schedule for myself. And like I said, at least twice a month. Well, I would say I would record it, but no, because I do get undressed for my massage. Down to my, actually, really, I take everything off except my bottoms because she told me to take my top off. Which that was the first time someone told me actually to take my bra off. The last two massages I got, they didn't tell me to take my bra off. But she told me in order to really get my back good, I needed to take my bra off. But anyway, so yeah, enjoyed that. Then we went to a restaurant here called Page Okra and Grill. The food was good. I had the pork chop, fried green tomatoes, and I forgot what other side I had, but it was good. I couldn't even finish it all, y'all. But I won't go back to that restaurant because it's like a 35-minute drive from my house. And for that far of a drive, or from my apartment, and for that far of a drive, I can find food somewhere in between there that tastes just as good and won't have to drive that far. So, but that will probably be my last time going there, but the food is good. So if y'all are ever in the low country, I think they have one in Somerville, Mount Pleasant, some other areas called Page Okra and Grill. Y'all will enjoy it. After that, we ended up going shopping. I went to Sephora. Y'all know I like my perfume. But I didn't see one there that I wanted to get some Valentino perfume because I've had Valentino perfume before and it smelled so good, but I didn't end up getting a Valentino. I ended up getting this little one here for my pocketbook. It smells so good. It's still like a summer scent, but y'all, it smells so good. So it's called, y'all didn't see, Soul Cherisa. Child, let me do like, see what it is. It smells good. If any of y'all have this perfume, let me know what you think about it. But yeah, we wanted some travel perfume, but this is the only one I purchased. And what else did I purchase from there? I purchased two things. Okay, y'all probably seen this on my channel before, but Sephora sells their own glosses. And in my opinion, the Sephora glosses are just as good as some of the name brand glosses, and for a much more affordable price. But I like this shade here. It's called Money. It's like almost like a chrome color, and I wear this like when I'm stepping out somewhere. I don't do it like an everyday thing, but when I'm stepping out, it's a nice, I love it. But I think, yeah, Money. Yeah, so that's all I bought from there, y'all. I told myself that I'm going to use, let me show y'all. So I don't have a perfume collection, but I need to use up these perfumes that I have before I start buying more. The only use I really don't use them. My daughter uses them more than I do. Excuse the mirror, y'all. I know it needs to be clean, but I'll get to that. I'm just getting here. Y'all know I come here on the weekends. But I need to use these perfumes before I start buying more. I'm not one of those people that's going to keep buying and buying and buying until I have like 50 perfumes. I'm going to use up the ones I have before I purchase any more big ones. I'm going to just do is get the little travel ones to keep in my pocketbook. So when I go somewhere, I'll just have it. I can spray it on, you know. And then we went to this distillery, y'all. This vodka, and let me go get that. Let me show y'all that. So we went on this vodka and wine tour. Vodka rum. They have vodka rum moonshine. And they give you you taste test like 6 different, you choose. They give you a choice between 2. You taste test 6 different ones. And this one, y'all, tastes so good. I had to buy the bottle. I think she said it's in stores, but y'all, it's a sweet tea vodka mix. You don't need to chase it with anything. Just put it on the rocks. Y'all, this is so good. When I run out of this, I'm going to buy some more. I don't drink often. I'm not even a person that drinks every weekend. I only drink when I'm stepping out somewhere. And so that particular night, me and my homegirl, we were stepping out. So we started sipping on this. But it's so good, y'all. If y'all try it, if they have it in your area, try it. Let me know what you think if you're a vodka drinker. That thing is good. Okay. And so then after that, we came back to the apartment. My daughter had us watching some Ratchet TV. And we watched, I was listening to my books, y'all. I can't really get into that Ratchet TV like that. But then we stepped out for a little bit, and y'all, the same thing. Y'all know me. And these clothes is just not doing it for me. Like, in my mind, I'm like 210 pounds, but on this body, this body is not coming up. Y'all know how it is. So I'm back on my weight loss thing, y'all. I actually lost 3 pounds last week because I was sticking to very, very low carb. I did a little bit of at-home exercising and stuff like that, and I actually lost 3 pounds. So I'm going to try to keep it going. Yeah, I think the last time when I was trying to do my weight loss, I was like 280. I started at like 290 or something like that. Y'all, I hit over 300 pounds, okay? I finally toppled over to over 300 pounds. And when I saw that, I was like, girl, you got to do something. Like, I know I try and fail 50 times, but I'm on number 51. I got to get it off, y'all, because I had never hit 300 pounds, but I hit over 300 pounds. So now I feel like now I got to try to work myself down to even get back to like 280. And then once I get to 280, I got to try to work myself down. Because really, y'all, in all honesty, I'm only trying to get maybe to like 220. Because I say that, but I like when I was like 210. When I weighed like 210, and that was back in like 2000. I remember weighing 210 back in 2003 after I had my daughter Heaven. Y'all, I love the way that 210 looked on me. 210 put me in a size 14. And I guess it's because of the way the 210 was proportionate on me, because it was more so in my butt and a little bit in my belly, but it wasn't bad. And, you know, it was just proportioned well enough. And I was satisfied with my 210. And I'm going to say I want to get back up down to like 210, but this time, I was that 210 after gaining weight. I hit 210. So it wasn't really, I was doing no exercising or nothing. So I'm not even really going to put a number on what I want to be now, because I am actually weight training using weight. So 210 on me may look like 180 with the weight training. So anyway, I'm sticking to, I'm going to see what I get to at the end of the year. I'm trying to fighting this temptation, because y'all, when I say I was busting out, everything was did not, like, I had to keep pulling my shirt down. It's just so aggravating. People like to sit here and say things about being big and whatever. Is just like, it's really, nobody's goal is to be fat. Body positivity, whatever they want to say, I don't care. I'm talking as somebody who I've been fat for a long time, but I used to be smaller in my early 20s. Like, I wasn't big my whole life. Like, when I was like 22, 23, 24, I was smaller. I was wearing a size medium, and going from like wearing a medium up to wearing like a 2X, y'all, it's nothing glamorous about being big. I'm sorry. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't have self-esteem issues. I don't have self-esteem issues. Like, I know, I know I'm a pretty girl. I've been called pretty or whatever most of my life. you know, even with the weight on me, the way I was shaped up until I got up until like 270, up until I got like 260 or 270 pounds, I feel like the weight was the proportion to where it was in those, you know, in the right spots. I didn't have this double chin. I didn't have all that. And so it really didn't bother me. Even when I was like 250, I was fine with 250. But this 280 and that 300, y'all, it was, and I still put my clothes on, but I just don't like the way I look in these clothes. And I got to get it off me, but I'm not going to be around here depressed and sad or whatever. I'm still going to put clothes on. I'm still going to, you know, dress up, and, you know, when I step out, I'm still going to give it all I got to look nice. But I got to get some of this weight off me, y'all, because then I'm older. It's going to be hard. Well, people say it's harder to get weight off when you're older, and that may be true. But the times I have tried, really put effort into losing weight, I lose it. So I can't necessarily, I'm not going to say it's hard to lose weight. It's hard to stick with whatever you're doing to lose weight. It's hard to keep that consistency going. That's what it is. Because when I'm consistent with it, I lose it. Y'all know the last time I was losing like almost a pound a day when I was trying to lose, well, I was coming down. I was like 280. I started at what, like 289. And I came down to 277, and now I went to Mexico or something like that. But I'm going to really give it, like, I'm going to try again. But I'm not going to talk y'all head off about it too much, because I don't want to focus on that, and then next week y'all see me eating chicken sandwich from Sonic or something, y'all. But I even want to drink some of this right now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but the sweet tea in it is a little bit too much sugar for me to drink this after I already ate today. I've had enough like carbs or whatever today, so I'm really not. And did I have any sugar? I've had a little bit of sugar today, a little bit of carb, but I've only had one meal today, and then I had some pork skins, which y'all know there's no carbs and sugar in pork skins. But I'm not eating anything else today, and I wish I had some weights here. There is a gym in this complex. I don't know where it's at, but I don't want to go searching for it now this time of night. I already started. Like I said, I lost 3 pounds this week, just from really doing just about no carb. Like, if you could say less than 20, 30 grams, I probably did less than 20 grams of carbs every day this week. I've been buying the solo bread from Walmart. That loaf of bread is almost $6 a loaf, and it only come with like 14 slices, but it's worth it so I can eat a sandwich and not feel like I'm eating a bunch of carbs. And another one of my go-tos, y'all know I love spinach and I love eggs, so I boil eggs, and y'all know, just the typical tuna, stuff like that, trying to really keep it low carb. And one good thing I like about me losing weight is I lose it first in my face and my belly. Thank you, God. I lose weight first in my face and my belly. The 2 main places I would like to lose weight. But I'm also going to try to lift this booty up some, so I'm going to be doing my squats and stuff. Okay, let's move on to nursing. So nursing, y'all, let me tell y'all what happened at work. And let me tell you one thing about me: when I feel something so deep in my spirit, I cannot just let it fester there. I've always had that problem to where when I feel something so strongly, I have to speak my mind about it. And sometimes it's to my own detriment, but I feel like it has to be said. You know, and so I was precepting the other day. I was precepting a nurse at my job. And, you know, when you're precepting, you're supposed to just continuously watch what they're doing. So the person was passing the meds because it wasn't their first day training. It was probably like their 5th day, but it was their 3rd day. No, it probably was like their 6th day, but it was like their 3rd time on this particular, in the building that I work in, but it was their 1st time working with that group. So they were just getting to know that group. And so as the person was pulling the medication when they were popping, so this is the scenario, y'all. So as the person was going through popping the medication, y'all know how y'all have a patient, let's say your patient is on tramadol 50 milligrams and tramadol 100 milligrams. And let's say they get tramadol 50 milligrams during the day, say at 8 a.m., 12 p.m. But at night they get tramadol 100 milligrams. And so the 50 milligrams is in one card, and then, which would be a half tab, but then they have 100 milligrams in another card. So let's say, so this is an example. So the patient was supposed to get 100 milligrams that night, but as the person I was precepting was popping, they popped the 50 milligram And then they realized that they were supposed to actually give the patient 100 milligrams. And so when they popped the 50 milligrams, they did, they said, oh, I popped this 50 and the person is supposed to get 100. So me thinking of what to do, I was like, okay, well, just pop another 50. Because it's the right medication, you give another 50, that's the right dose. You just pulled it out, the wrong card. It was the same patient's card, but it was the 50 milligram card. And so that's what the person did. They just popped another 50 and the patient got their 100 milligrams for the night. Okay, everything, because when in my way of thinking, I'm like, okay, thinking about the rights of medication, it's the right time, right patient, right dose, right route. What's the other one, y'all? Right time, right patient, right dose, right route. Y'all help me out. Right time, right patient, right dose, right route. Y'all, if y'all can remember the other one. Right time, patient, dose, route. If y'all remember the other one, y'all let me know. I don't feel like stopping and Googling it, but I know the right patient, right time, right dose, right route, and something else. I can't remember the other one, but I was going through those, the medication rights, and I think they actually increased it to 6 or 7 now, but anyway. And so I went through that in my mind. I was like, well, all those check the box. So, we went ahead and we gave the 250s to make the 100. Come to work the next day, they had a write-up waiting on this person. They called me and it was like, we noticed that when you precept the so-and-so, they pulled 2 of these instead of pulling the 100 milligrams. And, they had a write-up for the person, and the write-up had checked wrong medication and wrong dose. And so, y'all know, I advocated for that person because, for one, I was precepting them. And for 2, I told them to pull the extra 50. Like, I told them to pull the other 50. And so I was telling the supervisor, I was like, well, really, it wasn't. I said, well, they told when they popped it. I said, when they popped it, I thought about it, and I was like, I went through my head and I thought about the rights of medication pass, and I said it wasn't the wrong medication, so technically you can't say the wrong medication. It wasn't the wrong dose because they gave the right dose. I said they just popped it out of the wrong card. I said, now it might be a violation of pharmacy, whatever, I don't know, but it wasn't. He didn't violate any of the medication pass for the patient or whatever. And so I was like, I feel like you shouldn't put wrong medication in wrong dose. I say, and I also feel like if you're going to write them up for that, then you need to write me up as well, because I was precepting them and I told them to do that. They caught their mistake, and I figured instead of wasting a pill, because we would have had to waste that 50 milligrams, just give them another 50. And so they checked other, and then they put pop from the wrong card. But I feel like even writing the person up, I felt like that was a little, like that was a bit much in my opinion, because I had already verbally, told the person, you just got to pay attention, because a lot of these patients get the same medication in different doses, and you just got to really pay attention to what the card say. But I just feel like that was real extensive to write someone up behind that. And and I kept telling her, I was like, well, if you're going to write this person up, you need to write me up, because I was precepting them, and that's what I told them to do. So I was telling them that I didn't mind getting a write-up. Y'all know I don't mind. I don't mind taking a write-up, but they just persisted on still writing that person up. And in my mind, I'm thinking, y'all are being real petty, because this is why y'all don't have nurses now, because y'all just nitpick. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't even warrant a write-up paper. That's just a verbal something you can tell them. And so, y'all, that thing festered with me all night when I got off work that night. And the next day, which is today, I actually called the supervisor above that supervisor, and I let them know, I told them that just didn't sit right with me. And I feel like, I told my supervisor that if you're going to write that person up, you should write me up as well, because that just doesn't look right, being that I'm the one precepting the person, that you're going to write them up and not write me up. But I feel like that person shouldn't even have gotten a write-up, because technically there was no med error. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, they got the 100 milligrams and they got the right medication. So there wasn't a medication error, you know. And let's be for real. If y'all got a patient that was increased to 10 milligrams of, let's say, Norvasc, but they only got 5 milligrams in the cart because the 10 milligrams hasn't come in yet, but they're ordered to get 10 milligrams. Y'all know y'all going to pop 2 5s and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And had this not been a narcotic, it wouldn't have even hadn't even been an issue. And it's not going to stop the pharmacy from sending more when you need more, because sometimes you waste the medication. The way they are there with their narcs, like they are so specific. But if you have to waste a pill, pharmacy will send an extra pill. That's how strict they are with their medicine. But we didn't waste the pill. We actually just popped another 50 milligrams to give the actual 100. And I'm using tramadol as an example, but that is not the medication. And it wasn't a 100 milligram dose of medication either. But I'm just giving y'all an example of what happened. And y'all, that's why I say sometimes it be to my detriment, because I probably could have ended up with a write-up for that, which they didn't write me up, but they still, you know, they insisted on writing the person up. But the supervisor over both of us said they understand where I'm coming from. They didn't feel like it warranted a write-up either. And so they were going to talk with my supervisor, like directly over me, to, you know, to basically, basically you're not writing this person up for this. And my supervisor was like, the DON, she was basically like, if we did near misses, that probably could have been considered a near miss, but we don't do near misses. If y'all know what a near miss is, it's like when your incident could have possibly happened, but it didn't happen because you caught it in time, but we try to do something to intervention so that a near miss doesn't happen again. I think in the hospital, they use near misses and stuff like that, and sentinel events. I think they use sentinel events in nursing homes as well, but a near miss in the hospital is like something could have happened, but we caught it in time before it happened, but we try to implement an intervention so that it doesn't possibly happen again. But she said we don't do near misses in our facility, but if anything, that would have been considered like a near miss, not a medication error. And so I don't know what's fallback is going to come out of that. Y'all know it's probably going to be some fallback because I went over the supervisor that originally wrote the person up ahead. But I feel like if I'm sitting here and telling you that I feel like if you're going to write them up, you need to write me up. And I don't feel like this person even deserves a write-up. And you're not listening to what I'm saying. And I feel like I'm right. So I'm going to go over your head. But let's be honest. All of us are RNs. And if we're going to be technical, all three of us have bachelor's degrees. So none of our degrees are above the other. One, they just have higher positions than I have. But we're all bachelor degree nurses. So, you know, now, if you talk to pharmacy is going to say, oh, well, you should pull it out the 100 milligram cart, whatever. But it is what it is. Y'all know how, and when it comes to long-term care and places like that, and the hospital wouldn't have even had really an issue with that, except I would have had to get it corrected with pharmacy. Well, first of all, the hospital is not even going to let you open up 100 milligram. They're not, if you're supposed to give 100 milligrams and they have 100 milligram tabs in the Pyxis, it's going to be that 100 milligram thing that opens and not that 50 anyway. But, you know, it really wasn't that serious, y'all. The person didn't get at least, though, they didn't get less than what they were supposed to get, and they didn't get more than what they were supposed to get. They got the dosage and the medication they were supposed to get. So, yeah, I don't know what the fallback is going to be on that. She'll probably be upset because I went over her head, but it is what it is. Y'all writing people up for y'all really nitpicking. And a lot of the nurses there who are like through agency and staff, they say that they like to I feel like some of the nurses there feel like, oh, we're going to catch every little thing you do. We're going to, like, just to one-up the next person. We're going to just one-up the next person. And, you know, like they still working with paper Mars, y'all. Y'all know paper Mars. Sometimes you're going to miss a hole. You can look through that thing 3-4 times and you might miss a hole. And it'd be like, ooh, they missed a hole. Ooh, they missed a hole. Ooh, like, I understand it's important that you don't miss a hole and you do sign on, but y'all need to get with the times, y'all. I haven't worked with paper Mars in over 12 years. And I come here and y'all got paper Mars. Like, come on. And I try to catch it because I still miss holes. Like, I will triple check behind myself and I will still miss a hole on a medication but I give the medication, but I'll forget to sign or something like that. And I'll say I'll give the medication because I've been there long enough, and the medications where I work that really doesn't change often. They may add something if something acute is going on, but they really don't change dosage of medications like that, and they really don't DC medications like that. Like they may say, let's give this for 14 days or this for 7 days, something new, but they really aren't going to change their stable medications. So you just have to, know that this new medication is starting this day. So that's really the only changes they really have. So I've gotten real good at knowing my patients' medications, even though I still look through the MAR to see, but I've gotten so good at knowing my patients' medications. But sometimes you're going to miss holds, y'all. This happened back when we did paper MARs 20 years ago, and that's all they had in long-term care in so many facilities. It was holes everywhere. It would be notes at the nursing station with 50 holes that was missed between like 4 shifts. Like, it happens, and I'm not making excuses, but I'm just saying they just real nitpicky about a lot of things. And I just feel like y'all really are not gonna have any nurses if y'all just keep being nitpicky about y'all. Just really that write-up wasn't warranted. And so yeah, that's the only really thing that happened in the nursing world for me. I'm trying to think anything else going on, y'all. That's why I say my life is so boring. Not much is going on. Y'all, I'm sorry this one was so short, and I'm going to cut. Right now it's at 29 minutes, and by the time I cut so much out, it's probably going to be at like 20 minutes. But I'm going to try to keep y'all updated on my weight loss and any little things that I do. I'll probably record another video tomorrow showing my nails and things like that. But yeah, y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.